Everyone, Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. I hope you're doing well tonight. Welcome to our Tuesday evening tutorial. I'm just scooching up here a little bit. Scooching up a little bit. How are you doing tonight? Tonight we're going to create a gorgeous card. We're going to use the Dazzling specialty paper, which is a free choice from Celebration. So Celebration is going on right now, and there's some fabulous deals. One of them is that if you place a $50 order, you get to pick a free thing. If your order is $100, you get to pick two free things at the $50 level or a $100 level item. And one of the best specials that's going on during Celebration is the opportunity to purchase the starter kit and join Stampin' Up! And that's the best deal of all. You get to pick a free bundle from some fabulous choices. And then you get to be part of my Stampfield Stars team, which is great. And you get a future discount on all of your products and get to be part of our community. So lots of great deals going on right now. Last time I was live, I made a 4-square pop-up card, which is a card I'd made a couple of years ago, and we did it with the Blackberry Beauty. I'll show you that one here in just a second. Tonight we're going to do another 4-square pop-up card. This time I have the dimensions typed and looking a little bit nicer than they did last time with my chicken scratch with a Sharpie. So I've got that for you. And tonight we're going to make an anniversary card. Now this also could be a wedding card. In fact, I have a sample of it as a wedding card. But we're going to make an anniversary card. And do you know why we're going to make it an anniversary card? Because tomorrow, August 18th, is my 24th year, my Stampiversary, my 24th year as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So when I say that you want to purchase the starter kit and be a part of this fabulous thing, it's from my heart because I have been doing this and loving it for 24 years. Now, I've chosen to do this as a career. That wasn't my idea going into it, although that was my secret hope. But I thought I can't, I didn't know if I could do it, right? So, but I love it. And many of my Stampfield Stars team members do it as a hobby or just do it to get the discount, actually. So they love being part of our community. So let's go ahead and start. And hopefully this idea will be useful to you. You can really use this 4-square pop-up card for anything. I'm going to, let's do this and then do this. Okay, so this is the card that I made last time with the gorgeous Blackberry Beauty. Now the Beauty of Tomorrow stamp set and matching dies that I used for this are one of those free bundle options that you can get when you purchase the starter kit. But the 4-square pop-up card, when you open it up, it has 4 squares and 2 of them pop up. So that's where that 4-square pop-up name comes from. Now this card doesn't have a lot of room for writing just because of the layout and so forth. So what I've done in the past, I've actually put a quarter sheet of basic white on the back to write my message and put in, write a note. Depends on what you're doing and if you make this part be white or a color like I've chosen to do. So mine is Rich Razzleberry and Blackberry Bliss. But tonight we're going to do something a little different. And let me bring in, we're going to use a Christmas set and we're going to make it wedding. So I got this idea from Nancy Forsberg, Nancy and Kayla from Stamping BAE. They are part of my Stampfield Stars family, and we've had a bunch of big team events lately. Some team events were just for team members, but one was for team members and their customers called Demos Galore. And Nancy and Kayla showcased the set. Realizing I left it on the other side of the room, so bear with me just one moment while I hop over and grab it. It's right here. Oh, goodness. Got all sorts of goodies over here. Let's grab a bunch of fun stuff. All right. I'm back, almost. So I have found that this particular surface on my desk is very slippery for my die cutting machine. And so it works much better if I have this grippy stuff down. And so I've got my die cutting machine here, and you cannot see it very well. All right, let's make this big. This is too small. Too small for my eyes. All right, there we go. That's there. That's a little bit better, right? So the dies that we are playing with tonight are these dies right here, which are from the Gingerbread and Peppermint suite of products in the mini catalog. And super cute to make kind of like frosted cookie looks, or you know, elegant stars and snowflakes for your Christmas cards. Tons of possibilities with this bundle. But what I'm going to do, and this is another one I believe you can get for your, if you purchase the starter kit. Let me verify that. Maybe, can I verify that? Sure, I can verify that. La 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 la, frosted gingerbread bundle. Yes, it is. I thought so. All right, let me go back so I can see you guys there. So we're going to use this tonight, but we're going to make an anniversary card. And we're going to use, as you might guess, the bell here. And so we've got the outline of the bell, and then we have the detailed part of the bell. And we're also going to use this fun long border die right here. And that's the only ones, that's only dies that I'm going to use. I'm not using any of the sentiments or stamps from the set because they're all Christmassy, and that's not the direction we're going tonight. So I'm going to put in, I'm going to do my sandwich here. So I've got my platform, and I've got this piece that you add in to do die cutting. And I've got my 2 cutting plates here. I do seem to be missing my cardstock, however. Now I went ahead and I cut one of these already. So I actually, well, actually several of them I cut already, just to speed things along. So the bell shape I already cut out. So, you know, pretty basic, your solid bell shape, right? Nothing fancy there. And we're going to cut out one of the details. I've already cut out one detail. This is just out of Very Vanilla. And I've put on the back of my Very Vanilla piece here, you can see it's shiny. That's because I put the adhesive sheets on the back of this, because I don't want to have to try to get adhesive on this skinny little pieces. So this stuff works awesome. So I've got another detailed bell here. So I'm going to pop that right there. And then I'm also going to die cut this long strip to add to my card. So I really have to stand up. I just get a better everything if I stand up. Anyone else like that? All right, I need to move some things over so I can crank through here. All right. I'm going to set this down, but I'm not going to put it very far away because we might decide to do some embossing. All right, so I've die cut this decorative fun strip out, and I've die cut out my bell here. And so I can save that. I've got a bunch more vanilla with adhesive sheet on it that I can use for other projects. Set that aside. And let's see if I have we're going to take this and get all those little extra bits out of there. So I've got my take your pick tool with the die brush attachment here. Got my die all cleaned out now, but I want to get the rest of these out of my way. Got my camera a little high tonight, so I need to really watch it that I'm staying on camera here. Massachusetts. Hey, Nancy P. How are things down in St. Paul? Just right down the street from me. Southern New Jersey. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I haven't got all of my bits out, but I'm going to go ahead and peel off the backing. And I'm going to guess that a lot of those bits are going to just stay with the excess backing. So this is really being lazy on my part because now I didn't even have to poke them out, right? They just stayed right with the backing piece. So I now have my sticky bell, and I'm just going to do vanilla on vanilla. So this is almost going to give me the look of a die cut and embossed bell, really. Just sticking it on there. And then we'll do the same with this one. This one I foolishly poked out all those pieces. Think of the time I could have saved had I just peeled the backing off and they had gone with it, right? All right, so got our other bell. So we've got two bells, and I'm going to set this aside. And of course we have this one to poke out still, but I'm going to wait on that. Well, I can get it out of the die, I guess. I'm not going to peel the backing off quite yet because I don't want it to stick to things. All right, we're going to set those aside and let's bring in all our parts and pieces. So many pieces. All right, so let's just start with some scoring here. Put these dies back on the magnet before I lose anything important. And I've got some other fun things to show tonight too. So these are the dimensions for the 4-square pop-up card. We're going to start with our card base, which is right here. This is very vanilla, but whatever colors you're making your card, 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2, just like you might imagine. Let's grab paper trimmer. And everything's in the way. All right, I've got my scoring blade here. I've got my paper trimmer. I didn't really need to pop out that arm because I am just scoring. Well, I'm going to need it popped out, so might as well keep it popped out. All right, so I've scored my card base in half. So that is my card base. And then inside my card, I'm going to have this arm. This arm is what is going to make the squares pop out, and the squares will be connected to the arm. So I'm going to score this piece, and this piece is 1 3/8 by 11, and it's scored at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4, and that's that inside pop out piece. So 2 3/4. 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. All right, so we can put this piece, the trimmer, away. All right, and so we're ready to put our card together. Now, I do have a question for you all. These are the pieces that are going to go inside the card, and I'm debating about whether we want to emboss those or not. We could leave them plain, or we could emboss them. So let me know your thoughts on that, if you think we should emboss the inside panels. While we're deciding about that, let's go ahead and fold this piece. So we want to accordion fold it. So I'm going to, on the first score line here, I'm going to fold back. And then I'm going to accordion fold. So I'm going to fold forward and then back. So when I unfold it, it looks like an M or a W for wow. This is a wow card. All right, Kat. Oh, everyone says embossing. I love you guys. You are my people, right? Because that's totally what I wanted to do. So thank you. Yay, team embossing. Woohoo. All right, let's bring this die cutting baby right back up here. And we're not going to die cut this time. We're going to emboss. And let's see, what did I grab when I brought this over? I brought over, we're going to use this Pretty Flowers embossing folder because it is just a bunch of pretty flowers. So this is the Pretty Flowers. It's from the annual catalog. The Parisian Flourish would be beautiful with this too. That's what Nancy and Kayla used on theirs, which was gorgeous. This one is just a standard, so I'm not using the gray specialty plate. I'm just using 2 regular folders. All right, 1 down, 1 to go. So pop that out, flip that around. You can see the result there. This is a standard folder, but it gives you an incredible depth for a standard folder. The results look like a 3D folder with a standard. So I don't know how they made that magic happen, but they did. And let's send it through one more time so we have our 2 pieces. Hello, Michigan is tuning in as well. Hi, Helen. Welcome. All right. Doke. Yay. All right. We're ready to put our card together. So fun. All right. So for that inside portion, we're going to add our 2 embossed pieces on the inside. How fun is that to have it in pretty embossed on the inside part? So, Ruth is having trouble finding the project sheets that have the measurements. Yes, Ruth. So what you want to do is you want to subscribe to my emails, and I will drop that link after the video here. So it's going to go like this because that's where, and that is coming out tomorrow. And there'll be a little something special there too because of my anniversary. So, all right, we're going to close this up. So make sure you subscribe to my emails. You can go to my blog, SueStanfield.com, hit the subscribe button on the right, and that will get you all signed up for the emails. Okay, so back to our card front here. We're going to take a piece of Very Vanilla, very vanilla, very boring right now, but we're about to make it beautiful. So this piece is, I gotta look, front layer 3 by 4 1/4. And the accent piece we're putting on top of that is 2 3/4 by 4. Now that could be a designer paper, but in our case, it's going to be this. Now this bedazzling paper reminds me of a gold lame gown for the Oscars, right? Like some of the gorgeous gowns from, well, now and back in the 50s and so forth. So, aha, adhesive. It is just stunning. The bedazzling paper is free with a $50 purchase right now while supplies last. This is one where they will not have time to order more when it sells out. So as of this moment in time, it is still available. All right, so that's going to go on the front of our card. Also on the front of our card, we're going to put this fun strip that we die cut earlier. This is assuming Susan can get the adhesive. This was definitely an adhesive sheet situation wanting to happen because this is such a delicate, I didn't want to have to sponge a bunch of glue on this. I could have, but didn't want to have to do that. So I'm just peeling that backing off. And I'll put it this way, just across the bottom to just add a little extra fancy to our card because we can, right? Because we can, and that's all the excuse we need, right? So this piece is actually going to be popped up, and I don't know, should we finish the front before we do the insides? I'm actually gonna go to the inside. Let's halt. We'll come back to that. Hold that thought, right? So let's do our inside. We're going to go ahead and adhere these embossed pieces. Now with this Pretty Flowers one, it's pretty cool because you can actually use either side. This one you can see the edges of the flowers are up, and this one you can see the edges, the outline is down and the inside of the flower is up. Neither is a bad choice. I'm going to put my sticky on this side and have this side up. If it's your card, you know, you could do it totally different, or maybe you'd switch it depending on the card you're doing. So again, I have to stand up so that I make sure I get it in the middle. And my blog is all new and fancy. I have new graphics right here. See? New graphics, yay. And I have my blog has been moved from Typepad, where it used to be, to now it's a WordPress blog. And I don't have a new blog post up yet, but that's coming very soon. Very, very soon. But that is where you can subscribe to my project sheets. Okay. So I've got that inside piece, and now we're going to put our pop-up arm in. So when you're putting the pop-up arm on this card, there's a certain position you need to put it, and that's why these inside panels are so important, because they show you where to put it. If I put this lined up with the outside edges of my card and folded my card close, it would just fold flat in the middle and would not pop up. So I need to have it a little bit arced in the middle. And to do that, I want to line it up with the edge of my embossed piece right here. That's where the edge of the arm is going to go. I'm going to pull out my big guns here, and I'm going to use my tear and tape. So I've got that on one end of the arm. Let's go ahead and add some to the end of the other end of the arm. We do not want to put any on those two middle panels because they need to pop up. So we don't want them stuck down or they won't go anywhere. We need them to pop. All right, so again, what would I do without my take your pick tool, right? That's how I get all my papers off of everything. And on this side, hello, North Carolina. Yeah, Ruth, that should work for you if you subscribe to the Project Sheet newsletter. And when you subscribe, you will get a welcome letter, and it will have 2 project sheets right in it, 2 of my most recent, most popular ones. So you'll get some fun right out of the gate. All right, so we've got those stuck down, and you can see this part is popping out. Now what's cool is when the card closes, that comes forward. So you're still able to close the card totally flat. You can send it through the mail, all those things. It'd be helpful if I did it right side up, but it doesn't matter yet because we don't have any words or anything. So there is the kind of the framework for our card. Now we get the fun part. We gotta decorate it, right? Yay! All right, so let's go back to the front of our card. We have the Dazzling paper. This is 2 3/4 by 4, and it's layered on a piece of Very Vanilla that's 4 1/4 by 3. And I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals because I can, and I love my dimensionals. Thanks for sharing, Kathy. I appreciate that. All right, pull all these little bits off. There we go. All right, and again, I'm standing up so I get it somewhat centered and straight. All right, I don't know if you can make out that detail. It's just very elegant detail. Almost looks embossed, doesn't it? Having that die cut strip in the same paper across the bottom. And now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our little bells here. Today they are wedding bells or anniversary bells. So yes, I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 24 years. Isn't that awesome. I'm just so blessed that all of my customers have been supporting me for so long, and my team. It's been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Can't imagine my life without Stampin' Up. All right, so there we've got our bells. Let's add a little bling to those bells. So bells need a little clapper, right? So these are the gilded, gold gilded gems. I am getting so low, you guys. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine trying to do Christmas cards without these gorgeous gems. They're like faceted and they're just so cool. So those are going to be the little clapper on my bells, like so. And we need a little pretty ribbon at the top of our bells. So this ribbon is part of that Blackberry Beauty suite. It is called, sure, what's it called? It's called Shimmer Ribbon, and it's 3/8 inch, and it's really soft, you guys. It's really easy to tie. It's kind of, again, like the gold lame fabric, so it makes a really easy bow. If you're not a bow tire, you could do the knot. That would work as well on this card. I'm going to go full on bow. Now I did make another version of this card that's wedding for my friend Carly, who just got married recently, and I still have not gotten her wedding card off to her. So this assured that I was going to get it done tonight by designing this card. So this one's for Carly and her new hubby. All right, so let's put this aside. Well, not this one, but one that looks very similar that you'll see in just a moment, because this one's going to be anniversary. All right, so I've got my glue dots here. I just want to adhere. Where's my next glue dot? There it is. You see it. Adhere my fancy ribbon to the front of the card. So there we have the wedding bells. Again, big thanks to Nancy and Kayla from Stamping BAE. They did the wedding bells with the bedazzled paper. They did a different fun fold, but I loved that idea of really taking a Christmas set and getting to use it for so much more, right? So many other things. Everybody has anniversaries, so always handy. All right, we've got a pile of fun over here. Let's see what we've got going. We've got some more of the bedazzled, and we've got our squares. So I've got 4 squares here that are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Let's go back to our cheat sheet here. Ooh, maybe I didn't put those on here. Dang. Oh, yes, I did. 4 at 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. They're the bottom layer for the squares. And so let's go back to these, and 3 of these are going to have these fun things on them. The other one is going to have a stamped message on a 2 by 2 square. So these are all 2 by 2 squares of the bedazzling. And let's grab our adhesive and line these up. Whoops, I'm not on camera. Sorry. Get so into making the card, I'm not paying attention to where I'm at. Trying some new lighting out. Uh-oh, that's the end of that one. All right, it's okay. No worries, I've got more. This one is actually the Seal Plus, but it will work. What did I get on there? All right. Okay, so 1, 2, and I want a third one here. Seal Plus is a little bit different. I just tilt it forward to break the strings. The regular seal, I kind of just do a little pirouette to break them. So when I switch, I got to remember which one I'm using. All right, and then we have this one, but we're going to stamp a greeting. Oops. And we're going to stamp a couple greetings. So let's do our stamping real quick here. Let me grab a little 6x6 grid paper. I love these little grid papers. They're in the catalog with the Stamparatus, and they're just so handy. So we're going to take our grid paper here, and we have a little strip of paper. This is, let me think. It's 5/8 by, I believe, 2 1/2. Let me check here. 5/8 by 2 1/2, and I'm going to stamp it in crumb cake. ink here. Ooh, that was squeaky. Sorry. Gosh, that was super squeaky. And I am using a stamp set called Always in My Heart. And I'm using the Happy Anniversary here. Stamp. So I've got my Happy Anniversary. And then I'm going to take a 2-inch square here. And also from the stamp set, I'm going to use the, let's see, here's to another year of happily ever after. And this is just exactly the right size. So I'm giving myself an extra second to line it up. Now, that's what it looks like stamping it in the middle. You could also stamp it near the top if you want to be able to just have a little tiny spot to sign it. Or again, you can write on the back side of the card. So I'm going to leave it in the center. It just looks right to me there. And we're going to finish up our card. So we've got that last 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 square, and we're going to put this 2 by 2 square on it. Actually, I can see another seal right over there, hiding under a roll of ribbon. All right, so we've got our 4 squares, and this is actually going to adhere to one of those squares. So we'll put that on after we get it inside the card. So we're going to put some adhesive on. I'm just going to put the adhesive down the middle, particularly on the 2 center squares, because I want to adhere them to the arm, but not to the base of the card so that they pop up. But this one doesn't really matter. And we'll do this one. You could also put a little piece of, if you prefer, you could put a little piece of tear and tape on the arm itself. Doesn't matter. All right. So this one, the Happy Anniversary, I think I'll put right here. On this side, now I can't press down flat because it's raised up. So instead I'll just take my fingers and press to activate that adhesive. And then this square with the greeting on it, let me make sure that I get the greeting in the right direction to add my adhesive here. And just lining that up. So, all right, and now we're going to add our Happy Anniversary right on here. I don't want to pop that up because I want my card to be able to close completely. So I could use a seal, I could use Seal Plus, I could use tear and tape. I have found none of those stick super great to this. The thing I've found that sticks the best to this glitter paper is actually good old multi-purpose liquid glue. It seems to get down in the crevices of the glitter and hold on better. So so that's my preference for when I'm adhering something to the Dazzling paper. So I've got that right here, and I'm just going to hold that for a minute. And I want to make sure that it's, the other nice thing about the liquid glue is that you can slide things if you don't have it in the right spot. I want to make sure that it's past the score line there so that it doesn't get bent in that when the card is closing. It doesn't really matter if it extends beyond here, because remember, that's going to go out like that. So, and I just found that the liquid glue just sticks better to that paper that's almost like sandpaper in a way. So there we have our Happy Anniversary card. If you can see that, I mean, boy, this is just a drop dead gorgeous card. If you had a friend that was going to celebrate, a friend or a grandparent that's going to celebrate their 50th, wow, this would be a stunning card for that, but really for any anniversary or for weddings. So I'll show you the wedding version that I did, which is exactly the same, but slightly different because the inside is a little bit different. So this one I used the Forever Blossoms stamp set, which is right here. And I did the Always and Forever, and then Wishing You a Long Life Together, Filled with Love and Promise. So this Christmas set can give you some surprise other cards for weddings and anniversaries in your life. Now, a lot of times with weddings, you also have a need for gift cards. So I also did a little box here. Now this box, this box is actually a tombstone, believe it or not. So I'll show you what it looks like in the catalog. So this is actually just, I think, the lid or the bottom of the box makes this little tombstone. It's in the mini catalog in the Halloween section. But I cut off this part of the tombstone-y part and added some bells. Now this is the silver foil paper. When you order the silver foil paper that is in the mini catalog, you get 3 different types of silver in the pack. You get the shiny kind of traditional silver, although it's brushed. And then you get this darker brushed silver. And then the solid part of the bells is it's almost a lavender hue matte silver. So I used all 3 to decorate my box here. And then I did find that gift cards fit nicely in this box. So in there I've got just a Target gift card, and I can put a, congratulations sentiment there. So that's just another idea for you. I'll show you this cute little box that my team member, my Stampfield Stars team member, Sue Dias, made and gifted to me. It's just so adorable. And she actually, let's just pop this open. So she took these little tombstone boxes and she used a die to cut a window in it and added some window sheet there. And isn't that adorable? She colored the, custom colored the black and white gingham ribbon, and then she decorated the little kisses, and look how perfectly those fit in there. She's got this one looks a little bit different. That looks like these are the regular Hershey's, and then this looks like maybe a Dove chocolate or something. Ooh, yum. I might have to eat that one. But super, super cute. That's what the before it became Wedding Bells box looked like. So just as another idea for you. Gosh, did I have anything else to share? It seemed like there was more. I think that is it for tonight. So thanks so much for tuning in and letting me share some fun project ideas with you. And thanks for being here to help me do a little pre-celebrating for my 24th anniversary, which is tomorrow, as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Yay! So I'm going to flip the camera here. Well, maybe I'll flip the camera. There we go. Nope. How about that? There we go. That's better. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight and being here with me. And I hope you have a great, if you're on our Sue Stampfield group, or if you're not on our Sue Stampfield group, I'd invite you to join our Sue Stampfield Facebook group. We'll be doing anniversary fun all week long. So we already started on Monday, didn't we, with the tops. So I signed up in 1997. And so we were looking at the top movies on Monday for 1997, which was Titanic, Men in Black, and then Jurassic Park, I think, was the first sequel, whatever that one was. So thanks so much. We'll be doing some more fun throughout the week. If you want to see what I looked like in 1997, that's going to be happening in a couple days here. And I also have the 1997 Stampin' Up! Catalog, sharing some of my favorite stamp sets from back in the day. So looking forward to having some fun with you. Thanks for helping me celebrate, and have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye, everyone.